Hey, sweeties. I am trying something new today. I'm recording this directly from my laptop, and hopefully the uh, uh, sound quality will be a little better than it has been in the past. And here's hoping. And no, I still do not know how to edit, so that's still a thing. So today I will be talking about cutting ties with people. This is probably something that has come up a lot more in the past year for just about everybody, if not everybody, for any number of reasons, political and otherwise. I don't really need to get into that because the reasons why, I'm not going to say the reasons why don't matter because they do, because sometimes we may be when we feel like we're the ones who need to, cut ties with someone in our lives, we might feel like, we've been wronged. And sometimes after thinking it over or possibly having a conversation with someone who might be a little more objective in that situation, we realize, you know, I think maybe I overreacted or, oh, maybe they didn't even mean that at all. Maybe there's a conversation we can have and figure this out. Uh, but Um, yeah, so, oh, one thing I want to make sure to be clear on, especially since I know some of my subscribers are people who actually know me and know some personal stuff about me. I am not going to be naming names. I'm not calling anyone out. I am not going to get into any kind of details that would that would indicate who I'm talking about if a person is not already in my life and knows who I'm talking about. Because that's the difference between sharing, information, sharing your story, and then just gossiping. Now, I did look up gossip in my Chumash, in my nice little book form translation of the Bible. Um, this guy right here, this is the one I use for anyone who hasn't seen me mention this before. Eitz Chaim in what is it? Publishing company. I don't know. I don't remember. It's good. It's a good translation. Uh, anyway, so yeah, when I have to look things up, that's what I look in. And the only gossip related stuff I found was in the commentaries and not relevant at all, really. So I'm not going to be offering any nuggets of Torah specifically right now, other than reinforcing the idea that it's not cool to talk crap about people, even if it's true stuff. Um, it might feel good for a moment, and I know that a lot of people struggle with that. I struggle at times with that, but it's not cool, and in the long run, I don't really think it's worth it to be talking about people. So, except like I said, in terms of our own experience and not for the sake of calling them out. So if someone thinks I'm going to be calling people out and naming names, I'm not going to do that. I would never do that on the internet, and I try not to do that even just in private conversations either. I struggle more with it in private conversations, but yeah, I'm not going to lie, I'm human, right? Last time I checked. Anyway, anyway, so yeah, so one could say that there's two sides to this. There's really more than two sides. There's the, hey, I've been wronged. There's the, hey, someone thinks I wronged them. And then there's the, who I think are the unfortunate individuals who might be friends with people on both sides, friends, relatives, whatever, with people on both sides, and may be asked to be go-betweens. Uh, yeah, so I have had the experience, it was a little over a year, that I had to put my foot down with somebody. They were saying something very transphobic, and it was through text messaging, and I was literally in the middle of texting them, "This is your last chance, drop it now." And then they went ahead and said something even worse. Now, for those of you who don't know me and haven't seen any of my other videos, one of my kids is transgender, and even if they were not, I know that trans rights are human rights and transgender people are people and all that kind of good stuff. So, um, yeah, that was, they said something that was unacceptable, and I made it clear that that was unacceptable and that I was done. And now, when I say I'm done, that doesn't mean I will never, ever, ever talk to that person again in all the rest of my life. There, I think it's important to give second chances no matter what side of a situation we're on. So, through someone that was sent by the other person as a go-between, I made clear what I thought would be appropriate in terms of them making amends with me for what they said. And since it wasn't about me, it wasn't just making amends with me, but like basically acknowledging that what they said was not okay, and to be willing to learn more so that they would understand why what they said was not acceptable. Because a lot of people say homophobic, transphobic, racist, stupid garbage, just bigoted garbage, out of a place of not knowing better. And that is definitely not an excuse. If you don't know better, then you need to learn, right? Um, I know a lot more now than I did before. I know in my life long ago, I said things that were homophobic. I don't know if I said things that were transphobic, but if someone remembers me doing so, I would definitely own it and, make amends if I had someone to make amends to. But where was I going? My brain hiccups sometimes. I'm human. Um, yeah, so this person said something, crossed a serious line. Um, I made sure they now know what they can do if they want to have me back in their life again. And this is someone, I don't think I said this yet, but this is someone who I have known my entire life. And they've been saying uncool things and me forgiving it for a very long time, but um, I should have put my foot down sooner and I didn't. But now I did. So that brings us to now. I have not communicated directly with this person for, wow, how long has it been? Because they did try texting me a couple more times, and I mean, one time I responded because I thought maybe they were trying to make amends, but then after that I just ignored it. Um, okay, so um, the other major side, water break, excuse me. Oh, water's a good thing. Okay, yeah, so the other major side to um, cutting ties with other people is when we realize that someone else feels the need to cut us out of their life. Um, Now, this happened to me. When did I notice this? It was a lot of months ago. Um, yeah, I realized that someone I have known almost my entire life had just quietly stopped responding to any of my attempts at communication. And I checked my Facebook list and they evidently unfriended me. And that really stung. It's not the first time that's happened, but yeah, that it really stung. And I was not given a reason, either by direct communication or through, a go-between or anything. Um, so I'm left wondering and guessing what I may have done that they might have found offensive or inappropriate or whatever. Um, so if this person, if that person is uh, watching this and hearing this, if you feel that it would be appropriate to let me know in some manner, either through another individual or directly communicating with me if you want, just to let me know what I did that you felt was wrong and what you think I should do to make amends. Let me know. If I believe that it is reasonable, then I will do so. Um, Now, I noticed that happened before I came out as bisexual. So, and this individual does have issues with um, LGBT plus stuff. Um, I think that also is an issue of learning, just learning. Um, but anyway, I'm just guessing. But also, one interesting thing I noticed was that I know a lot of folks out there might be younger and not on Facebook, but um, I don't know if other social media things do this, but Facebook does this thing where they say, on this date on a previous year, you posted this. Should we reshare it? And you can reshare it or not. But I recently, a thing came up on a post that I put on there a year prior that said, I was talking about how I love all my kids in equal measure and that I accept them all. And, I do not make an exception for my transgender child. And if so, and I went on to say if someone has a problem with any of that, that they can unfriend me on Facebook and in life. And it does occur to me that you know the stop in communication and the unfriending did take place after that time. So if they thought I was talking directly to them when I made that post, I was not talking directly to any individual. That was just a generalized, this is where I'm at, this is the stand I take, and um, yeah, that. So, um, since I don't have any nuggets of Torah to offer, I will offer nuggets of Recovery International, which, yes, that is what it is called. It's a group started by Dr. Abraham Lowe in the 1930s. Wow, it's been around for, that's going to be fun. Anyway, my mind wanders. Is it because I'm old? I don't know. Maybe just because I'm me. Water break again. Have some water if you got some near you. Water is good. Okay, so yeah, so some wisdom from Recovery International that I'm finding helpful in this situation of having to set our boundaries to protect our mental health and to sometimes cut off ties with people. The first one is if you can't change a situation, you can change your attitude towards it. And this is very true. And it is often easier to say than to do. Um, but it's definitely worth doing. Another is the idea of dropping the judgment. Um, Now, it's no secret I'm a religious gal, so if I remind myself, hey, judging is not my job, that's something left for the boss to take care of. So, um, yeah, we can drop the judgment, which includes judgment we may have of ourselves or others. So, yeah. And, if we're not sure what to do, there's another couple little goodies I've got here. And the first is any decision will steady us. And I don't know if you've noticed, I know I've noticed in my own life that when I'm feeling uncertain or worried or, fearful of what the future holds about one thing or another, yeah, once I make a decision about it, I do feel a lot better. And oh, another thing is no decision is perfect or permanent. That was not even in my notes, but I like that one because we can change our decision. We can, in some cases, if that person who we feel has wronged us, chooses to make amends, we can, of course, welcome them back into our lives. And if we realize that, wow, I really did wrong someone and I hadn't realized it, we can, of course, make amends to them. Um, and the other thing is decide, plan, and act. And that one's good for pretty much every situation. um, yeah, so I think that is about it for now. And okay, we're just about done, but I do want to say, as a lot of things in a lot of places start going back to normal, please remember the pandemic isn't quite over. So please be careful. Please keep yourself and the others around you safe. And I can hold up a mask. I don't have one next to me right now to hold up. But yeah, please mask up in public. And uh, yeah, just be careful, okay? Because you are a lovable, worthwhile person, and you deserve to be treated with care. And the same goes for the people around you. So that is it for today. I'll send you out a great big mama hug. Big hug for you. And until next time, bye bye.